Om Sahanavavatu Sahanav Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. A great Kula, Maha Kula, great lineage or a clan means continuation of the greatness, glory, divinity, discipline of groups and groups. Each generation after generation, if they are there, then the whole society would be lovable and livable all the time. Therefore, who is the one who belongs to a great clan? Or which are the group of people who make a clan great and become an asset to themselves and the world around? Maha Kula. Those days it was talked in that language, like the Kurukula, the Pandukula, सारे ऐसे होते थे. आजकल जो कास्ट जाति जो कहते हैं. So the lakshanas which make in general a kula mahakula, our Vidurji trying to explain. So here one of the very sublime point. You see, when we study such texts, I get tempted to talk so much, so elaborately, but again get afraid of कि heavy हो जाता है, will they be able to receive or not. See, what is life is, inside first of all I have to have good stuff in the antakarana. With that I should behave outside. Then same thing should be there to the next person, so that outside whatever we are, but inside we are all integrated with the great beautiful inner qualities, characters and wisdoms. That is called one clan. Like a clan of army soldiers. See, outside each one's name and form are different, but inside they are tuned commonly to few things. One, we are all belonging to Indian Army. Second, the particular battalion. Third, we are on this particular mission. Fourth, each are trained in that mission. Everyone's work is different, but all are tuned together. Now they are marching, and in that marching, remember, each one is marching ahead. But while doing so, all the time, what is he aware of is the next person left or right to him, aage or piche. And each of them that way are aware of left or right, are aware of the total battalion's march. In that correct direction, in that correct speed, for a correct purpose. Of course, under the guidance of the brigadier or whoever. And he has got his orders given from the chief of army, and he is given that by the parliament, that is given by the president. Is it not? Every one individual soldier appears to be walking there independently, but it is never independent. He is doing it in tune with the total group there, as well as the up to the president level. How do you say so? So even if one soldier does gadbad there, it disturbs the next valley, that disturbs the entire brigade or battalion, that disturbs the entire the army staff, all of them. So each one's contribution has got direct influence on the total. Then how much important for that each individual to know as to how to behave so that his presence is useful for the total. All those lakshanas is called as lakshanas which keep that clan intact. That vision. I cannot live life independently thinking that I am alone there. No, it is 2000% wrong. It's like in any apartment of 20 flats. Everybody cannot do whatever they want. They have to be in tune with others. चाहे पानी यूज करो या बिजली यूज करो या सीढ़ियाँ यूज करो या गार्डन यूज करो वहाँ या आवाज कम ज़्यादा लगाओ कम्युनिटी सेंटर यूज करो. You are a part of 20 beta in that flats plot. You are not individual. That thinking by which every flat person, total apartment is happy, they are called the rules which maintain that clan healthy. If you don't have the rules following, then everything is chaotic. Understood? So here also, the whole world has got clans, groups. Each group has its own specimen. See, specimen, species, groups, and total. So everyone is answerable to total. So he should live in line with total. Those gunas with which we are in line with total are the sadgunas. They are taught by Vidurji. तो ऐसे ऐसे गुण आपके अंदर हैं तो आप अच्छे क्लान को बिलोंग करते हो. ऐसे वाले क्लान्स बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा है तो सब मिलकर एक बढ़िया सा स्टेट या कंट्री को बनाते हैं. If the country a clan, he has got that discipline, and every country is like that, the entire earth is Swarga. Mahakula. So even if we cannot think about the universal level, which is a must at some time, at least your own group, a clan, your own group of people, be disciplined in such a way that you are not liability to yourselves, you are not liable to the society, and you are not asking the society to trouble you because you are liability to them. अपने क्लान का तो करो ना अपने कुल कुल मर्यादा इज ए बिग सब्जेक्ट कुल गौरवम इस नाम पे इतने सारे मूवी आते थे 70s 80s में फॉर द सेक ऑफ प्रोटेक्टिंग द कुटुंब गौरवम द कुल गौरवम ऐसे ऐसे वो लोग त्याग करते जाते थे इज इट नॉट अब तो कोई केयर ही नहीं नो केयर्स इवन कंट्री गो टू डॉग्स आई विल डू व्हाटएवर आई वांट that patriotic feelings of 1940s sustained up to 1990s 2000 तक मैक्स उसके बाद now everybody becomes selfish देश का कम सोच रहे लोग by the way देश is getting developed not because they are doing for the देश देश development was the goal earlier self development was the byproduct अभी खुद डेवलपमेंट इज द गोल बाई प्रोडक्ट देश ग्रो हो रहा है How do you say, Swami, if you are running a factory, let us say from last 30 years, how many times you imagined that my factory is contributing the growth of country? एनी एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन 20 साल चला पूछो उनको कितने बार आपने सोचा कि आपके इस कॉलेज स्कूल के द्वारा देश की प्रगति होएगी हो रही है वो बाई प्रोडक्ट हो रही है आपने सोचा नहीं आपको तो अपना सेल्फिश देखना था But it should be the other way around. First, the totality should be taken into consideration. With the same efforts and resources, what's happening now, one addition is done, let us say that of, let us aim at in country's development. I tell you, little vision is changed. The performance will become so beautiful that all this is done is geared up for the growth of nation. Within 10 years, you can see the whole world, country becomes so wonderful. Development of country should not be byproduct of individual growth. It should be the total main goal. For that, every individual should contribute. ऐसा vision होना चाहिए. Only prime minister talks in that language. देश के बारे में. All others only selfish. They stick only up to their state level. At that state also, whenever they talk about Desha, that again for their selfishness only. जनता मंत्र जाके वहाँ धरना करते अपने स्टेट के लिए देश के लिए नहीं and they talk about desh again for selfish there's no greater thought than the nationalism only the next greater thought is the spiritualism which that encompasses the entire universe by the way anyway now what are the things okay yesterday we saw which makes mahakula and which makes kula destroyed. The Kula destroying things were Anijaya Kuvivahehi Vedasyotsadanenacha Kulani Akulatam Yanti Dharmasya Atikramena cha. These are the four negative qualities. When they enter one individual and because of him two, three, four, then the total clan. When they enter, that Kula loses all its glory and charm and get destroyed. Kula is a group of people living disciplinedly with some values aiming at some achievement. I told yesterday the Kula of the doctors, lawyers, engineers, Kula of the businessmen, Kula of the goldsmiths, Kula of the ironsmiths, Kula of the maestries, Kula of the laborers. हर एक का अपना अपना कुल है द ग्रुप ऑफ देम In general, they should have these values. If these negative values are there, they lose the beauty of that kula. It becomes redundant to stay in the world. It gets extinct. Like what are they? Anijaya. If that kula is not doing yajna, means anything when they do, if they are not doing with yajna bhavana is so elaborate, but summarized in one sentence, your every performance is taking the total into account. That's called yajna bhavana. सबके भलाई के लिए जो भी करना है उसको यज्ञ कहते हैं क्लियर जो करना है वही करोगे बट कीपिंग टोटल इन माइंड सेकंड इज कुविवाहैहि when the sankara cross breeding happens the kula is destroyed the purity sanctity is destroyed don't do that yesterday we spoke on that exhaustively vedasya utsadanena chu the veda which tells the dharmartha kama moksha how to achieve in a healthy manner when that is discarded then dharmasya atikramena when the dharma is given for winds in these four conditions kulani akulatam yanti the glorious clan falls down anything kula let us say a kula of the sports इन इंडिया कुछ ना कुछ घोटाले होते रहते स्पोर्ट्स में द साई इज ऑलवेज इन प्रॉब्लम SAI स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया लेट से वन स्पोर्ट यू टेक क्रिकेट तो यज्ञ भावना अनिजया इफ दैट यज्ञ भावना इज नॉट देयर the selection committee अलग coaching team is अलग coach is अलग the supporting staff अलग कर रहे हैं the players अलग in the player the captain is different vice captain अलग है everybody is not having the yajna bhavana that our country should win the cup then they will never perform पहले मैच में हार जाएंगे you know why that Australian team always get the cup because they always have this yajna bhavana our nation should get थोड़ा सा घोटाले स्टार्ट हुए यू सॉ 4-5 years बैक ऑल दैट चार्म दे लॉस्ट yesterday lost to Sri Lanka series is lost example I am giving Ijaya and the Sri Lanka in though they are going through all tough timings and the players are very new but they had a bhavana see that last over how tough it was जो 3-4 रन ही थे but last ball जीत गए the grace comes when there is yajna bhavana is there सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम् I am giving a relevant example anywhere a group of doctors they come together coordinate with each other they can eradicate every disease from the nation if they have the healthy outlook and vision कितना ज्ञान आ चुका है ऑलरेडी कोई भी बंदा किसी डिजीज से मरने का चांस ही नहीं है if the doctors come together and plan out those rules and execute that way यज्ञ भावना एक बात दूसरा अनिजया कुविवाहैहि the kuvivaha there in a particular team is what mismatching of the team there there the vivaha the blending is between the entire players you have selected a good batsman but the bowlers are not good bowlers are good but the batsman is not good both are good the keeper is not good all are good but the fielding team is not good here the vivaha means every aspect has to be taken fully well is it not when you go to foreign country England series you have to be very careful in selecting team this is called as kula kuvivaha nahi hona third one is vedasya utsadanena what is the veda there in a sport to win a match a strategy is there there is a constitution one rules and regulations follow karna hi hai along with that the veda which team you are facing who are the players there everything is very well known if you disrespect that particular aspect, you will lose it. Fourth one is dharmasya atikramena. Where the dharma atikramana, you are playing for your money, for your own personal gain. In India in 70s, 80s, we have seen some players for their own personal centuries. Winning match also they may draw. Sometimes the match is lost for their own personal milestones. That is called dharmasya atikrama. यू ऑल सीन दैट अपना सेंचुरी अपने रिकॉर्ड्स बनते जाना है चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए देश के लिए if he gets out other fellow will come and make runs and make the win he will not get out and he will not make runs fast because you have to say why he'll have to make a record or break somebody's record. This is called dharmasya atikramanam. All the foul play of whatever happens in any sport, all that atikrama. That whole clan of the cricket goes, the team goes into oblivion. Nobody calls them. Nor they go to that country. कोई सीरीज होएंगे ही नहीं है. Some of these promising small countries, the Canada, all which were there, they in fact defeated big teams earlier. अभी उनका नामो निशान नहीं है. Some are the problem. I give one example of sport. Anywhere you take politics, if the yagna spirit is not there between all the parties, that let us bring our nation to the top, then whatever the government does, others oppose. Bapre, bapre. And the government tries to do the revenge politics. Yagna bhavana nahi hai to. So to Kuvivaha, see the Kuvivaha in Maharashtra. It was already known. Such a the staunchest Hinduism promoting group in India is Shiva Sena. You all know the entire Ram Mandir came because of their slogans in those days. उसको तोड़ने के नारे सारे उनके थे. They are more staunch Hindu than even BJP. All know. But they are clubbed with the so-called selfish, pseudo-secular parties. को विवाह हो और दम घुट रहा है अंदर से. Every time you have to compromise. And you can't talk because you are joined with secular things. So he got realized immediately, took all these 26 people, ran there and had a meeting. Kuvivaha in politics, I am showing. Everywhere it is. Very careful you have to be. Third one is what? Vedasya utsadanena. Veda utsadana is the constitution ko respect karna. Fourth one is dharmasya atikramena. Only dharma of a raja politician is to serve praja wholehearted. याद रखो, by giving the post or the votes, they have done everything which they were supposed to do after your service in advance. आपको मंत्री बना के पार्लियामेंट में बिठाए, इतना सैलरी दिलाते हुए, इतना कंफर्ट्स, बिफोर यू डिड एनीथिंग, प्रजा gave it. When you do the service to प्रजा using all of that, वो तो आपको पुतला ही बना देंगे. जिन्ना का पुतला बनता है इंडिया में, या ऑल दैट. If dharma atikramana is done, how much loss to the nation. But if they do the dharma, they'll become gods. People remove the gods picture, they put the picture of them. Just because some favoritism only, the idols and temples are made in India of any politician, any film star. But if he is a true politician to serve the nation, वो तो चरित्र में रह जाएंगे ना. See, clan, the clan of politicians, the clan of sadhu santo. They also come together, integrate, use all their powers to guide the nation or the world or humanity in positive direction. How wonderful it would be. And the biggest of the clan is human clan. This is where if the treatment is not done properly, all other clans, whatever they try to do, it won't give result. The Manava Jati has to get awakened. And what is the awakening of Manava Jati? In my language, only two things. You are no more animals or Pashu or Rakshasa. You are human and your only goal is to become divine. If in these two things, entire human clan is educated, then all other clans come together with Dhamma, there will be no stoppage of growth. बड़ी बात है, फिर भी देवद्रव्य विनाशेन ब्रह्मस्वहरणेन च कुलानि अकुलतां यान्ति ब्राह्मणातिक्रमेण च. देखो these two shlokas, 26, 27. You will never like it, but there's no greater, deeper truth or fact than this. I to believe it in 100%. What is that? Deva dravya vinashena. When the wealth belonging to the god is destroyed. Second, brahmasva haranena cha. When the wealth of the brahmanas is looted. Third, brahmana atikramena cha. When the all atrocities are done to the brahmana along with not taking their guidance. When these three Rakshasa things are done, Kulani Akulatam Yanti, those Kula clan get fully destroyed. And in India, this is happening so much. Devadravya Vinasha, on the name of endowments, all the money of the Paramatma is taken by the politicians or other people for their selfish. Not only politicians, even the temple management. The pujaris fighting. The people who are custodian of temple, they becoming groups and fighting for the sake of dhana of the Devalaya. Every village, every place. And a worst thing is what? Digging the temple and idols to search any of the Gupta Nidhi is there. किस तरफ जा रही है बाबा, देखो देश अगर सोचो तो। देवताओं का द्रव्य का 1 रुपए भी दुरुपयोग नहीं करना। But temples mainly and all those spiritual things. Devadravya includes the money which is given by donors for spiritual activities. Devadravya includes all the ashramas, all the spiritual organization. विनाश करोगे तो, misuse करोगे तो. Second what? Brahma swaranena. That taking away the wealth of Brahmana. See on this Kashmir में कश्मीर पंडितों को मार मार के सारे उनका धन दौलत जमीन सब हड़प लिए राक्षस लोग. Now you understand ये सारे मुगल्स एंड ऑल हाउ मच ट्रबल दे गिव एंड उनका नाम और निशान भी नहीं है, रहेंगे नहीं वो. इफ दिस राक्षसास रिमेन लॉन्ग टाइम देन धर्म का सृष्टि का कोई मतलब ही नहीं रहता. दे कांट, दे cannot sustain if they do these atrocities. ये तो रूल के खिलाफ है. It is opposite to the rules of maintaining the universe. So ब्रह्म स्वहरणेना, कीप इन माइंड, मंदिर का द्रव्य और ब्राह्मणों का द्रव्य. भागवत में भी आया, we saw it. We should not touch it. Third one is brahmana atikramana. Brahmana atikramana, two ways. Troubling them too much, it's a negative way. Positive is what? Brahmana atikramana is not following the injunctions or guidance they give based on their study of Shastra and their own wisdom. When these three are done, Kula Nasha hota hai. In that Andhra Pradesh, the earlier government fell only because of this reason. They destroyed so many temples, Devadravya Vinash kar diye. Brahma Swaharanena cha, Brahmanas are never given value or importance, always humiliated. Brahmana Atikramena cha, Shastra ka paddhati follow ही नहीं किया. I tell you, in the national government is sustaining because they are making temples now. Devata mandir bana rahe. Second, Brahma Swaranena cha, they are encouraging the spirituality little bit. Then Brahmana Atikramena cha, nahi kar rahe. Studying Shastra, according to that only, the whole nation's development they are aiming. Therefore, in Ishvara's Krupa, they will go on growing and winning. Till the Dushta Durmarga enter them from somewhere and disturb the whole system. ये तो नहीं होना चाहिए. By the way, now these are shlokas I told you, no, they have to be discussed individually, group wise, so many ways. From that only the Amrita comes of policies. When those nectarine policies are applied, the world will grow. Brahmananam paribhavat parivadacha bharat kulani akulatam yanti nyasa apaharanena cha. These are the three things almost same. Brahmananam paribhavat. When the Brahmanas are humiliated, insulted, including the beating and all of that, परिवादाच, when they are उनकी निंदा वगैरह किया जाता है, then न्यास अपहरणेन च, the thing which is given to them is taken back or rooted. These are the three because of which kulani akulatam yanti. Brahmanas don't give shapa, Bhagavan gives it. Brahmanas are so sattvic, so pure hearted ना, उनको अंदर दुख झेलना ही होता है, क्षमा करना ही आता है, रिटेलिएट कर सकते हैं कि नहीं करते. You know the Chavanada Rishi, do you think they cannot curse that Lavanasura and kill him? They can do, इतनी तपशक्ति है, but they are such a pure hearted Brahmana, they can't. But they want to continue their worship, but this fellow is not allowing. Therefore, what to do and how to do, let the God decide. Therefore, they went to Lord Ram. Rama decided is to kill and how to do, send Shatrughna. जहाँ ब्राह्मणों की रक्षा होती है ना, दुनिया रक्षित होता है। एंड ब्राह्मण तब रक्षित किए जाएंगे तब उनके अंदर ब्राह्मणत्व है। एंड द ब्राह्मणत्व इज वेरी क्लियर, शमो दमस्तप शौचम क्षांतिरार्जवेम च ज्ञानम विज्ञानम आस्तिक्यम ब्रह्म कर्म स्वभावजम। मैं तो कहता हूँ दुनिया में एवरीबॉडी बाय इंटेलेक्शन एंड हार्ट शुड बिकम ब्राह्मण, by their inspiration to serve should become kshatriya, by their sharing with whatever they have with others they must become shudra, and as regard hard work is concerned everybody should be shudra. Third is vaishya, sorry. I must be brahmana in my own highest wisdom and knowledge. I must be kshatriya as regards my service to society. I must be vaishya to contribute or share whatever I have. And when the hard work comes, I must be Shudra, not sparing any efforts. मेरे अंदर ही चार होकर अपने अपने समय पे उसका उपयोग होता रहे. दिस सिस्टम इज सो ब्यूटिफुल. होल वर्ल्ड शुड बी लाइक दैट. When they are asked about jnanam, they must talk about Brahma Vidya as ultimate. When they are told to protect the nation or world, they become Kshatriya, jump into activity. When it is said that now share with others, with love, compassion, वैश्य आ गए. अब टाइम है काम करने का, निकले हम काम करने के लिए. Every Raja, Praja should be all in one, all the four in one. That's what my expectation, my personal में कह रहा हूँ. If that is not possible, let the world be having all these four people fully individually equipped, mutually integrated. Each one knows their position, their respect, and mutually they give it, then the whole system goes on beautifully. No clashes in between, no comparison, no fighting. सो ब्राह्मणानाम परिभव करना, परिवाद करना और न्यास का अपहरण करना. These are the things because of which the entire kula gets destroyed. The kula can be the whole state also, government also, anything in the world. ब्राह्मणों का आप गड़बड़ किया तो सत्यानाश. Why? Because through Brahman only Dharma, the Shastra, the Adhyatmikta, Bhagavan, they are all established. If they are not there, the world is a hell only. It's a place for animals to stay, not for human. This is of so many things that can be told. Only 2 or 3 or maximum 5% only we are explaining. 95% और बहुत होता है इसका. Why Vidura said like that? What is the logic behind it? What are the quotations of Shastras for that? What are the examples that happened in the past history or present? ये सब लेकर बताए तो सब्जेक्ट लंबा होता है. Not required. Main thoughts, if you can observe and any doubt, you clarify it with your own thinking and asking somebody, and you're convinced about it, it is enough. Clear? Kulani samupetani gobi purushatorthataha kulasankyam nagachanti yani hinani vruttataha. So kulani samupetani. The kulas form and they become great for themselves and the world because of these few things. Gobihi purushataha arthataha. Gobihi means because of lot of knowledge. Purushaha means lot of the human resources with hard work. Arthataha means lot of wealth. Kula sankyam nagachanti yani hinanu vrutataha. And in those kulas, when the vritti or character or performance is hina, and those kulas get extinct. Kula, what is talking about? Different civilizations, groups of people, all of them. कितने कितने आए हैं इस दुनिया में, चले गए. The Harappan, the Mohenjo-daro, the कितने कितने, they are all Kula. They tried for some time, but when these negativities come, they gone. Clear? और वृत्ततस्तु अविहीनानि कुलानि अल्पधनान्यपि कुलसंख्यां च गच्छन्ति कर्षन्ति च महद् यशः. See, where there is not much wealth, but they have all the good qualities, those clan welcome or invite or attract the people. More and more people join that and they become famous. Few more thoughts about it tomorrow we'll do. Here, what I felt by Kula is always, as said in the introduction, the vision should be in forming the group of cultured and trained individuals put together. They run the A part of the show. In this way, the all parts should come together to run the total show beautifully. Like the entire should be protected nation. That is done by only the protecting forces. The protecting forces are again into three: the army, air force, navy. So each one integrated, mutually coordinated. How beautiful it is. Earlier the navy, army लड़ते नहीं थे बाहर, लेकिन जमता नहीं अंदर. थोड़ा सा आई हैव सीन इट इन व्हेन आई वाज इन नोएडा एंड ऑल. दी आर्मी वाले एयरफोर्स क्लास में आते थे, अलग वाले नेवी, उतना जब अपने अपने दोस्त मस्त. बट द एयर कमांडेंट एंड द कर्नल साहब उतना नहीं मिलते. नमस्कार दूर दूर. Now the CDS came to integrate them. And each one is great and mutually they are integrated. As a unit, it protects the nation. And when the army is cooperating with the other police personnel of different states, नहीं तो आर्मी पुलिस वाले लड़ते हैं बहुत जगह पे. इन कश्मीर दैट्स अ प्रॉब्लम. एंटायर पुलिस इज मुस्लिम्स ऑफ कश्मीर एंड द आर्मी आर हिंदूज ऑफ अदर स्टेट्स. एक दूसरे को लोग कोऑपरेट करते नहीं अपने आर्मी वालों को. आई नो दैट. They support only those religion and those people there. These I have seen even the Wagah border, where our Indian commandant was a Muslim, and the other fellow he was smilingly talking to and dosti banana. You cannot do that. You have to be different there. You are showing Indian integrate, Indian go there. And somehow it was reported that fellow is removed after some days. I know that story. I am telling the army and the other police personnel together. And those together should be integrated with all the crime branches and whatever. Every clan independently self-equipped fully with all purity and ability, they should be integration with others. Like my own body, every part is a clan. Each one is great and each is integrating with each other. Therefore, the whole body is healthy. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining. Om Namo Narayana.